Sometimes it's true. It really deals me. You get me in the crowd. A rainy day here in camp, and you know, these plastic tubs, they're kind of a strategic decision on my part, because I like to leave my gear outside, so the waterproofness is pretty important. So these plastic tubs allow me to, this is some of my personal gear, this is kitchen gear, and I have clothing and things in the other tub, which are outside, so I don't have to worry about them getting wet. So the more waterproof gear I can get, the better off I am. There's Lucy Light, totally waterproof. It's out here charging up. The clam shelter, you can see I don't have the sidewalls on, so it's, you know, water's running off the roof and it's getting onto the sidewalls. They make a shelter with a rain flap up here. If you're going to get one of these, I advise that. I didn't. I asked them if this model had it. They said yes, but it doesn't. And I really wanted this color, so I'm going to put the sidewalls on in a little while, but I wanted to show this without the sidewalls. Here's the doorway right here. So if I walk around, you can just see the runoff coming down. It's just a light rain. It's not very bad. You know, obviously the carpets are totally waterproof. Solar panels, these solar panels of Jackery's are not waterproof, but they hold up pretty good in the rain. I haven't had any problems. These guys, the Dokios, are waterproof, and they've held up very good. I've had them out in snow and wet and, you know, rain, ice. I brought them back and pretty frozen, and they've held up good. So, so this is all working okay. Obviously, the Vistabule is, you know, my shelter. You know, that's very waterproof, and the roof vent is designed to not let rain in under most conditions, which is pretty good. I like that, and it works pretty good. On a rare occasion, if the wind is coming from behind the trailer, I'll get a little water in the trailer and I have to, you know, close that down. Not a big deal. Everything else is very waterproof. Another favorite of mine are these silicone. They're stretchy silicone. They're pretty strong, and they have a magnet on each side. They're a magnetic tie wrap, and they stick pretty well. And I use these on my phone cord. It's a phone cord detangler, and they just work really well. But today, my door here, they didn't put a when I had the clam shelter modified, they didn't put something to keep the screen door open, a little tie around here, and I don't have a cord with me, so I'm going to use these magnetic tie wraps just to hold it open here, and they're working quite well. Very useful things around the house, and anytime you want to bundle something up, especially like cables and stuff, they just work really well. I bought, you know, a lifetime supply of these, and especially with the phone cord, you just wrap your phone cord around your fingers, and you put this on there, and when you take it off, you can just shake out the phone cord, and it comes untangled. So it's a great phone cord detangler, and just a general useful little gizmo. On my trailer, I have these roll-up room darkening window shades, and I made them. Well, I had them made, and I have been using Velcro to hold these up. I would have a Velcro loop here, and I would just Velcro it up, and that Velcro would wear out every year. And what I replaced it with was these magnetic wraps, and like, I love these things. So now I just loosen these up, and the shade comes down, and they don't wear out. The silicone is really good. It doesn't deteriorate in the sun the way rubber does. But just another use for these things. You know, I keep that in mind when I buy things. My JBL speaker is waterproof. That could be outside in the rain. So is this one. It's always good to keep in mind, you know, these lanterns. These lanterns are waterproof. They're good. Always good to keep in mind You know, the tables are obviously waterproof. The tables are very slippery. You know, it's not level here, and when I put stuff on the tables, it's sliding off. Then the furniture's all waterproof. The Jackery is not waterproof. I could put that in a plastic bag if I had to charge it. I'll just mention this 1500. I'm using this thing out here, and I got here Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is the 4th day, and it's I've hardly dented it. I mean, it's just got so much power in it. It's holding up really good. I may not have to recharge this for this entire trip, which is something to think about for people. You know, if you don't want to get involved with all the solar power and all that to charge it, you can just use it as is. There's enough power to get you through the trip, depending how long your trip is and how much energy you use. Now, I'm probably going to put the sidewalls on, but I wanted to get a picture of what's going on. Like this table, there's a little bit of water here. Some rain is coming in, a little bit. Plenty of dry area for me to be in, and plenty of dry area for me to have my stuff in. But as you can see, a little bit of water on this table, a little bit of water on that table, which are near the edges of the shelter. So I'm going to, it's supposed to rain for the next 2 days. And I'm really happy to have this space besides the trailer, you know, this tent space I can put up and have some room to move around in, not just the trailer. I also have this space, which is a good living space for me. So I have lighting up here for at night. You know, it's a very nice shelter. So I'm a little reluctant to put up the sidewalls because I like the view, but I think I'm going to put up at least some of them now and have a go at seeing how waterproof it is with the sidewalls up. Well, I got up 3 of the walls. I still got 2 more to go, but the sky's opened up and it's raining like all hell. I'll put those up once this quiets down. Now, I have a drip or 2 in here, so it's definitely, the top seams need to be sealed for sure. I'm using the rainwater to rinse my sprouts. Yeah, it's letting up now. I may dash out there and put this other 2 walls up. I mean, the space, it's a 12 by 12. It has enough space, even with the walls off, for living space. So you just keep away from the edge of the walls. But with the walls up, I can get much closer to the walls. Now, you know, water does run down the walls because I don't have that little gutter there, but it's not a problem for me. Every once in a while, I see like a little drip somewhere around here. There's a little drip coming off, which means the seams need to be sealed. So that's my task for my next trip. I'll bring some seam sealant and seal it all up, and I'll be in good shape. Okay, side walls are up. I have one kind of half open for the door. So now the tables are staying dry in the corners. It's not coming through the screening. It's just so important to have extra space to move around in the rain. Now I have like a 4-legged pavilion with no sidewalls. I use that sometimes. It's nice to sit out in a rain shower under that if there's no wind. But if there's any wind, you need sidewalls. And this shelter is able to tolerate side winds pretty well to a point. Certainly more than my 4-legged shelter. My 4-legged shelter can handle 22 miles an hour wind. This one can handle about 47 or 40 mile per hour winds, but it really takes a buffeting. You have to have everything staked out very heavy, and it gets shaken quite a bit in that kind of weather. But hey, it stands, you know. One of the really useful items that I carry, and I've mentioned it a number of times before, but I'll mention it now, are these stainless steel S-hooks. And they're just really useful around camp. And right now, this one's being deployed as a clothing hanger for my rain-soaked jacket. and allows me to hang stuff up. Just very useful.
Just keep on using me.
It's pouring out. That kind of limits my activities on what I can do around here. Now, I did all of the work I had to do. I had computer work and I had other stuff I had to do. That's all done now. And I thought I would experiment. You know, I wanted to do some photography of sprouting. You know, sprouting and growing sprouts on the road. And I thought about it, you know, I thought it'd be a good idea to try and spruce up my photographs. You know, I'm pretty like throw it against the wall and see what sticks. So I contacted these guys at Falcon Eyes. Yeah, Falcon Eyes. And I asked them to send me their light box. This is the light box. It's really small. And here it is set up as a soft box. It's 10 inches by 10 inches. Now that's quite small, but let's face it, I'm in a Teardrop trailer. I can't bring very much here. And I'm using a couple of tripods, and I just want to see how it affects my my setup here. So let's activate the mold, and let's turn this on. But first, I'm going to video this with no light. And it doesn't look bad at all. And now I'm going to introduce the light.